Do 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 do. Woo! Welcome to another classic game room lap of awesome. This lap is for Franklin Wexler from Patreon, who requested the race modded Camaro on Cape Ring. And since I don't have the race modded Camaro yet, I used my Mazda 787 Stealth model, which is one of the most awesomest cars in the game. And I love this track. This track is incredible. This should exist in real life. I don't think it does, but it should. It would be quite dangerous, though, what with that jump in the middle and all. So, Franklin, thank you for requesting this via Patreon, and of course, I'd love to see your lap and car requests, or track and car requests on Twitter or Patreon, whatever. Let's get started here. Now, I don't have the race modded Camaro, but I do run into it, just for you. I give it a love tap. Bam! That's what we call a four-wheel fist bump there. Showing the GTR a sign of respect. I like the GTR a lot, so I don't even give it a finger when I pass that thing. I just give it a wink and a nod. I'll buy it a beer later. But passing this Corvette, as much as I like a Corvette, you know what it's not? It's not an El Camino, therefore it gets the finger. Cape Ring is one of the best courses in Gran Turismo 6. It's really one of these classic courses. I don't think they use it enough in the game. So here's the jump, and the trick here is it looks the replays always look fun. The trick with the jump and some of these race cars is not to go over at full speed. So for those of you who may watch this trying to learn a thing or two, I mean, granted, I'm not the greatest person to learn from. I'm just having fun, but don't go over that jump full speed. Back off the gas, or else your car is just going to spin out. Like, you're going to just take so much air. Basically, that wing in the back is pushing the back end of the car, is pushing your ass into the ground, and it just turns into a disaster. So, back off the gas, take it gentle, and then pass the cars on the corkscrew, especially when you're driving the 787. Now, this is a seriously awesome car, and I believe there's some real history behind it as well. I'm not like the biggest car history guy, but I believe this won Le Mans or something for Mazda. Maybe I don't know. Maybe it just won a game of Truxton or two. It's a great car, and it's super fast and light. Handles really well, but it's an older car. This is what, 1991, 92 or something. So it's before the the fake era, at least in this game, when they start giving all the cars four-wheel drives and electric motors and stuff. So it'll spin out really easily if you get one wheel off the track. You got to be careful when driving the 787. It'll win. It's not totally out of control like some of the other cars in the game, but it's not as stable as something like a GTR, but it is way faster. And watching the replay on this track is a lot of fun. I'm looking at the screen right now as I'm recording this. Will someone get that damn wiper out of the way? Why is it there? Just take it off. It's not raining. Do we need the wiper? Whoops. See, I'm off the track because of the wiper. Actually, I'm not, but it kind of helps in this car because it's like the center in a way. Maybe not. I don't know. It is super annoying. Just wipe the damn window and get off of there. I like the dashboard in this car a lot, too. It looks, something about it reminds me of Test Drive 2. The Duel. Like, it's blocky. And that game's from the late 80s, early 90s, right? Ooh, and the jump. What was that? That was the Ferrari F40 versus the Porsche 959. That was a great game. I had the expansion packs on 5 1/4 inch floppy disks. Watch my review of the Babbage's 5 1/4 inch floppy disk case review, I guess. I still have all of these games. I don't have a computer to play them anymore, but I'm going to get one eventually. Anyway, let's get back to this track. You can catch air on one of those turns. So, like any of the tracks in this game, repeat driving and memorization is a must, especially with this one. Cape Ring is just a fascinating track. It's like they took the best of all of these other tracks and mashed them together into one and then put this ridiculous corkscrew and jump right in the middle of it. So I saw Franklin's request and I was like, oh, yeah, Cape Ring is a must. I'll totally do that for Franklin. But I'm still, like, I play GT for a few days. You know how when you play repeat, you get the extra bonus credits when you log in. But then I didn't sign in for a couple days after a weekend or something. Lost all my additional bonus credits, so I couldn't buy the Camaro. But I had this 787. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to use that. I'm going to mix it up. I'm going to drive something crazy on this track in one of the higher end races and win some money towards the race modded Camaro, which I'll probably just end up blowing on modifying a Trans Am, a Firebird, because, you know, why not? It's got a bird in the hood, dude. It's the best. I'm in second place here. So I raced this track about 4, maybe 5 times before recording this to get back into it. Been a little while since I actually driven Cape Ring. Had to memorize all the corners. It came back pretty quickly. It's a fun track. Like you can totally get a system down for this one. The right, yeah, there's this big right-hand turn part here. You basically just accelerate through all those turns. In a car like this, at least. Then jam on your brakes there for a sharp, sharp left. It's easy to lose it in these. There's like these 2 super sharp turns. And if you look on the map, on the left side of the screen there, you can see the track map. Here we come towards the jump. Off the gas. Gently take the jump. Past this guy and the corkscrew while giving him the finger. Is he driving an El Camino or a GTR or a Firebird? No. Or an AMC Eagle. Therefore, he gets the finger. This part of the track is fun here. Alright, here's where you can get some air right there. Woo! Watch that. Careful there. Now, these couple corners are actually way more forgiving than it seems. So you can just accelerate right through this one. In fact, I probably braked too hard watching this footage now. Probably could have gone through that way harder. Because you have a big straightaway afterwards. It's pretty forgiving there. But this turn is not. Because you're coming into this one really fast. So hammer the brakes. Blast out of there. And if you look on the map on the left, you can see that you've got a sweeping right. Followed by these... well, this left here is pretty... Oh, yeah, there I am off the track. I actually kind of forget there that left turn is a pain. And this guy's going to try to pass me. But I'm intimidating him because I'm constantly flipping him off the entire way through this race. You are a lesser car. He does not like Sega Genesis as much as I do. Therefore, he's not as good. It's a fact. Science. These are so much fun to record. I love the CGR Lap of Awesome. It's different than the standard classic game room reviews. I mean, I obviously love doing the reviews of Genesis games and Atari and Vectrex, NES and stuff, but like every time I review a game on a game system, I really like a different, like a game from scratch, so to speak. I dig into it and try to learn all the things about the game and then talk about it so you can make a buying decision. Well, this is like a never-ending review of the Thrustmaster T300 RS. And GRAN TURISMO or Assetto Corsa or whatever it is. Eventually I'll work some other games into this, like Wipeout, which I love Wipeout. So I don't have to talk about the game so much, as I'm just having fun talking about my experience in the moment. See those people I just drove by? I was going to wave to them, but I just gave them the finger. They're non-believers. This is one of the classic Gran Turismo tracks, and I hope it continues in the new games. Over the years, I don't know why. I mean, I'm assuming it's budget and whatever, but they've done away with some of my favorite tracks in GT. Like the Grindelwald track from Gran Turismo 2 was always one of my favorites. I think it was El Capitan from Gran Turismo 4 or 3, I forget. And then there was There's one I didn't. I ran a lot of laps in Gran Turismo 4. I'll get. You know what? I'll do some laps of awesome on it. So then you'll remember. It was by the coast. It was like Seaside, Italy, or something. I don't know. Anyway, Franklin, thanks for the request, and thank you for watching another Classic Game Room Lap of Awesome. I'll see you next time. Get your CGR shirts and glassware at ClassicGameRoom.com. Classic Game Room is brought to you by Magnum Skywolf. CGR is supported by fans on Patreon. Thank you.